Oh, we're closed today.
Hey, sorry.
Sorry. We're open tomorrow, though. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Sorry.
Sorry. This is how popular it is, even on Mondays. There are folks who are still wanting to come here, even though it says closed on Mondays. That's how popular Luna's Lumpia is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has definitely been a long time coming. First and foremost, I just have to say that I love these two who I'm about to introduce. My wife and I, we were, when we were living in North County area, we were looking for a good place to eat, and Poway, we were happy to see that there was a Filipino eatery that just opened up, and we were like, this was like, what, 2 years ago, right? I think it's been 2 years?
It'll be 2 years in October.
Yeah,
Oh,
2 years.
so 2 years. So thankfully, you know, we got to see these two and just Luna's Lumpia grow to where it is today. And yeah, I just have to give these two flowers. And it's been a long time because I've been wanting to have them on Operation Fulfill, and here we are today. So
You made it happen.
yes, thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, we have Mama Luna and Rex, Kuya Rex, if I can say that, of Luna's Lumpia. So thank you for having my wife and I already referred to her, but she's off camera. We're here right now. We're here on a nice summer afternoon, and man, it's just great to see how busy y'all have been, like, and just continuing to like put on the community and just pretty much just collaborating and just doing everything. And I was gonna ask, how do y'all get sleep? I guess that's my first question.
What's that?
He's back.
What's sleep?
No sleep.
I don't see anything.
It's,
I don't.
it's easier not to sleep. You just keep going.
I always make a reference to that movie Groundhog Day,
Oh,
where I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the actor is Bill Murray.
shout out to Bill Murray. Yep.
And basically, he really relives the same day
Over
at
and over.
6 o'clock in the morning. No matter what he does, it's the same thing over and over and over again. So that's my life.
Just repeat, rinse.
On repeat.
Yes.
That's it. Not even rinsing, just repeat.
Just repeat. And they go bring on the energy, right? For
Yep.
the next
Yeah.
day.
That's it.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I mean, nice that you guys are, you know, doing this consistent, like, awesome energy. You know, I forgot what Gen Alpha folks say, and I apologize to the Gen Alpha folks if I say this wrong, but main character vibes, is that? Have you guys ever heard of that?
I'm out of touch.
Old lady. I don't
No, super young.
Yes, that's exactly it. You're right.
There you go. We'll just say it that way.
one of those kids over there.
I know we should. Well, I'll ask them later. They'll proof check later. But
Yeah.
it's awesome to see the presence that, you know, seeing from 2023 like to today, which is 2025. Just seeing pretty much Luna's Lumpia is like on the map, like in the community, and you know, as you guys said, like folks from even like all the way to New York City and everything. So. Well, I guess let's go back to that, because I remember there was an origin story to how Luna's Lumpias came about. If you wanted to probably talk about, it was an online presence, right, at the time?
Yes. So we are a COVID-born business. So it was the first 2 weeks of March 2020. That's when the world shut down, right? So I typically will just roll lumpias like holidays. So Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, birthdays, like special occasions. So we were all locked up. There was nothing else to do. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to roll lumpia. That's what we're going to do. And
Comfort
so
food,
we were rolling lumpia, like a lot of lumpia. And then it was to the point where we were just giving it away. So we're giving it to like neighbors. We were eating a lot of it. But, you know, after a week or two, it was like, okay, that's a lot of lumpia. What can we do with all this stuff? So I posted a quick blurb, and it was a joke with a hashtag place your orders now, like as a joke, right?
Oh.
And then people were reaching out like, hey, are you really taking orders? And I was like, I guess, like we have all of these lumpia bags in the freezer, why not? And so neighbors are ordering, friends and family were like supporting, because there was nowhere to get food. You're making your own food. There was no restaurants. And then those people would post, and then it would go viral, and then their friends would see it. So people that we didn't even know were like contacting me via Facebook and saying, hey, are you really taking orders? Because we really want to order lumpia. do you make pancit? Do you make adobo? And I'm like, well, I do for my family. But they're like, oh, we're having a party. We can't order catering. Like, can we order from you? And I didn't want to do it, but this one was like, just do it, just do it. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. It's a lot of work, like cutting vegetables.
Oh my God.
And
There
so
you go, the push.
he was like being kind one night, and he asked, because I was rolling from like 7 in the morning until 4:30 the next day, because orders were coming in like crazy. So he was a nice husband, and he said, hey, do you want me to help you? And I said, yeah. Which I think he thought the answer would be no. But I welcomed his help. And then when people were asking for other dishes, so pancit, adobo, turons, I didn't want to do it. It's just a lot of prep.
Yeah.
I did it for like our family and like for special gatherings, but not for parties and trays. And so he's like, just do it, just do it. I'm like, I don't want to. It's too much work. He's like, I'll help you. Just teach me. And I was like,
Ooh.
you can't do that. Like, no. And he's like, just teach me and then I'll help you. I'm like, all right.
She
So
said,
that's-
you're a man. You can't cook. Oh,
No.
I'm kidding. She never said
So
that.
he helped. And then more orders were coming in because then people were saying, oh, now they do other dishes, right? So then it snowballed. Our small condo at the time looked like In-N-Out Burger. It was just like a long line of cars just pulling up, right?
Oh,
so it was just
man.
weird for us to keep up with that. It was just him and I. And then we had to move into a bigger house because we needed a bigger kitchen. We just couldn't facilitate the space that we had for all the orders that were coming in. And then fast forward to like 6 to 8 months later, we were still doing it and people were pulling up to our house now, which we lived on the corner, and people were pulling up. And then someone had called the health department on us and said, hey, they're running an illegal business out of their home. And at the time it wasn't legal. So in other cities, you could do like the micro kitchen out of your home. It is legal now here in San Diego, but it wasn't at the time. So we had to shut down and we took a break and we had to think about what we were going to do. And he's like, let's just do it until the world opens up again. So we got certified and licensed and got the commercial kitchen, and we were still doing like small orders like that. And then we ended up doing a farmer's market.
Hey.
And then that spread the word about us to different businesses. So corporations were asking for like corporate lunches. The world was opening up slowly. We were at a brewery, and then other breweries heard about us, and then they were asking us, hey, can you do a pop-up at our brewery? So it kind of just kept expanding, and we said we were going to stop once it stopped and it leveled out and no one was ordering from us anymore. And it just kept ramping up to where more and more orders, to the point where we had to reach out to our son who was in Arizona, and he worked for Panera. So he was like managing a couple of different locations out there. And we said, hey, we need your help just to kind of figure out how to do this whole food service thing. We don't know how to do this. Like, we know how to cook, but we don't know how to do the whole operations side of it. So he came out, and he was only supposed to be here for 2 months. And I think fast forward to 5 years later, he's still here. So he never went back to Arizona.
Hey,
And he's our operations manager here at the brick-and-mortar. So it kind of just kept ramping up and it snowballed. And then now we have this brick-and-mortar. We skipped the whole food truck. We were going to get a food truck from the pop-ups. And then we just outgrew that because of all the orders that were coming in. And we went straight to brick-and-mortar.
Well, if it's any proof, yeah. We were here just a few years ago, and we still want to keep coming back. So,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
well, whatever magic that you put in there, that's why I don't distrust.
Paid advertisement by Luna's LUNpias.
There you go. Come here every Tuesday to. No, for sure, and that's. And just knowing the love that you put into it, because, getting to know you and Rex, besides it being already delicious, traditionally, I think a lot of people still keep on coming back because, it says here Filipino fusion, right? That's, I see how you try to elevate, everything each time. Like whenever we would come here on a day, like on a Sunday, I know Rex would be like, tampering, trying some new things.
Yeah.
So thanks for doing that, making it your own, even though you're pushing our culture still. So, and that's amazing to know that. I guess team no sleep, right?
Team no sleep.
That's right.
And
Gotta keep grinding.
so coming in, you know, just thinking, oh man, I'm here to help my wife, and now like seeing this tag team together. How's it been on your end, just seeing this grow and just being a part of it, Rex? So
Honestly, it's been like mainly shocking, kind of amazing because yeah, we were talking to someone else earlier today, you know, about similar stuff, and they had asked the same question. I was just really doing it as a joke in the beginning because I had no culinary experience, no cooking. I mean, she's the cook, but in watching like YouTube videos and Food Network and food, competitions on the Food Network.
Yeah, we're big foodies, so we watch like Cooking Channel, like Food Network. That's what we did before we did this. We would come home from work and we would watch it all day, all night, and just get hungry and then try to make stuff. So we like to eat. We appreciate good taste, good flavor.
So that was mainly the inspiration in creating the fusion part of the stuff, because when you look at a lot of the traditional Filipino eateries, restaurants, for the mainstream America, let alone Southern California, it's very strange to them, very foreign, and just not appetizing to the eyes, appealing to the eyes. It's great food.
It's delicious, right? But just the appearance and the presentation, it's just really simple. It's rice with your ulam or your meat, and your sauces and your soup, and it's nothing fancy about it, right? It's a scoop of rice, some meat with some sauce, and maybe a side salad, and that's how it's presented.
That's
and
true.
It's delicious, but it's nothing fancy.
So usually just a lot of browns and grays.
Yeah.
It's just not appetizing to the eye because they're on steam tables, they're sitting there. After some time, they all kind of just coagulate into one big sludge.
That's a good point.
But the thing I wanted to do was really platform the Filipino culture, the flavors, introduce it to mainstream so that it was acceptable. And I think we're starting to see that now because the demographic, and it's not just because we're located in Poway. We get a lot of mainstream people coming in from all over. They come in from different counties of the San Diego region. They come in from, Southern California, like Orange County, Riverside, LA.
Different states. We get people that follow us because their friends follow us, and we were coming to California and we had to try you out. So
that's right. Yeah, even the
it's
East
just
Coast.
weird that people in the beginning, when it was just onesie twosie orders that were coming in, and then regulars were coming back again, we were laughing like, are they just trying to be nice and support a small business?
That's
or
literally what I thought.
do they really like our food? Because this is stuff that we ate at home, right? So we made it for our kids. But then we would get all these regular people, and then those people refer other people, and they would say, oh, so-and-so referred us. And we just thought people were just being kind and nice because the world was shut down and they were trying to support us. But when it kept expanding and then all these new people were coming in, we're like, do they really like our food? Like, people are ordering from us, like people we don't even know, and it was not even just friends and family. It literally was people that, heard about us from a friend and a friend. Like, it was like removed how many times, and then they keep coming back, and referrals came in, and our pipeline was just larger than we thought we would have for our little operation.
Yeah, so it's just when I say amazing, it's just, again, seeing complete strangers from all walks of life, finally kind of accepting Filipino food.
Yes.
Right. So the ride's been, it's been funny. It's been strange. It's been, a great experience. We're really happy that, we're very glad that, we have people that come in and not familiar with Filipino food go, you know what? I know Filipino food now. I
Yes.
really love it. Thank
Been a
you.
gateway, yeah.
Yeah. So
We-
it's a good
we get that all the time.
introductory. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's nothing super exotic. Pancit, adobos, lumpias, like that's a good introductory, right, to Filipino food. And then for us to serve people that say, I've never had Filipino food, but I heard it's good, so we want to try it. It's kind of nerve wracking, like, uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna go.
but then the feedback, we just recently got a Yelp review 2-3 days ago, giving kudos to our cashier in the front, Annika. And you know, it was their first time ever trying Filipino food. They've never tasted it before. So, you know, they took a little time just, you know, getting, you know, being inquisitive, you know, what everything was, got some recommendations, ate it, absolutely loved it. And then wrote the Yelp review like, we've never had Filipino food before, but wow. So those are the things that, you know, really keeps us going.
For sure.
The whole, you know, Bill Murray, Groundhog Day, you know,
the analogy.
not rinsing, but just repeating every day. That's, I think, is the driver for us to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's super fulfilling and rewarding because, again, we're 5 years in now, right? But 2 years almost for the restaurant. We laugh because we're like, did you read that review? Like, what? Like, you think they really like we still question ourselves. Do you think they really liked it? Or are they just saying that?
Aw.
But I mean, hopefully we're doing something right because we're still here. We made it past the year mark, which that's what we were told. Like, if you're a new restaurant, if you make it to the year mark, then you're doing something right. You know, the goal is to make it to the 2-year mark, and that's when you know that you're doing something and you're ramping up. So
It's
we're
still
creeping up on 2
happening.
years.
Yes.
Creeping up on 2 years, trying to get there.
Amen. No, for sure. It's amazing because 5 years ago, right? You were saying it was just a running joke, like hashtag
Yeah.
open for visitor.
I wasn't really gonna sell to anyone. We didn't even know what pricing would be. It was just a joke, like place your orders now, because every day on social media, my picture would be some kind of dish I was making at home because that's all I was doing. I was just cooking. And so Lumpias kept making an appearance. And so I was like, place your orders now, ha ha ha. Like literally, that's what it was. It was a picture of lumpia wrappers, and that's all it was. And then that just opened up these doors, the floodgates for all these orders to come in. So
No, nothing beats something golden, fried, and delicious in your mouth. And
yes.
So
Agreed.
I'm gonna say, I think, you know, besides the deliciousness that comes from Luna's Lumpias, I think just YouTube being the face, like, you can tell there's a lot of love in knowing that you're organically foodies, always wanting to have something delicious, right?
Yes.
And just like saying that you're serving what you would be making at home. I think you're bringing home to a lot of people. So, yeah, thank you for what both of you are doing. It's truly amazing, and
you.
I think that's why a lot of people are always spreading the word. You know, when you know that there's generally good people and good food, it's just a perfect storm. So
Thank you.
yeah. So oh man, Groundhog's Day. I love that. I'm gonna use that now. So hopefully we're not aging ourselves. So that's kind of amazing. I want to hear from both of you. So I know, Rex, you said you didn't really have any training prior to this, and you were just watching YouTube. And I guess I also want to bounce it to Luna. Since you're the originally the cook of the family, I guess where did the influences come from? And,
Well, my dad was a cook in the Navy, the U.S. Navy, so that was his job. And then my mom, she, for the most part, was a stay-at-home mom. So she would take all these vocational classes, right? So she would do like esthetician, she would do cosmetology, and one of the classes she took was baking. So she was a baker in the house. My dad wasn't too much of a baker, but he would do anything from traditional Filipino dishes to what he was serving in the galley or like on the ship. So like London broil, twice baked, mashed potatoes, deviled eggs, so stuff like that. So I grew up being his sous chef. So I was the youngest of 3, and I was the only girl. So I was daddy's girl. So I was always like helping him. He'd be like, hey, I didn't have any friends because we were always moving around so much. So every 2 years he was stationed somewhere else.
Oh.
So I was always with him. I mean, I had friends, but then every 2 years I would have a new set of friends or whatever. So long story short, he knew that. And so he would always say, "Okay, help me in the kitchen. Why don't you help me cook?" So I was beating the eggs, I was flipping the pancakes, I was checking if the meat was, ready to be flipped or turned over or seasoned. And it was fun for me. I mean, I like to eat. My dad loved to eat, and I just had a love for cooking because I was always with him. And then the plan was, when I got older, I was going to go to culinary school. But I met the love of my life and I stayed instead. So literally it was like months before I was supposed to go to culinary school. But I met him, and then my dad said, "What do you want to do? Do you want to go to school or do you want to stay here?" And I said, I'm going to stay home. So I stayed. And then the baking, my mom was always baking, so I was always helping her too. She did more of the traditional Filipino desserts, like the cassava cakes, biko, stuff like that. So since, again, I was the youngest, I was always helping her. And growing up, I wanted to have like my own cooking show, like Julia Child. I'd watch Good Morning America.
It still might happen. Who knows?
Oh, no. I don't think so. But I just there wasn't Cooking Channel yet. There wasn't Food Network. So I'd watch Good Morning America or all these news segments, and they'd have like a cooking segment. It's like, oh, I want to do that. I want to tell people, how to put recipes together, and I want people to taste test in the audience or whatever. And so that was just a dream of mine, to do something with cooking because I love to eat. So no classic training for either one of us.
It's still a while.
But we like to eat. So that's where the love for cooking came in, I guess.
There you go.
And then lots of kids. So they're always hungry.
There you go. Oh, the taste testers, right?
Yes.
Perpetual.
Yes.
More like garbage disposal.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to be one anytime if you guys need an extra.
We'll call you.
And then, I know you talked about, during the COVID time, a lot of YouTube, watching and stuff. So when you finally were going behind the grill, how did that feel, and how did you get comfortable with it alongside your wife?
Honestly, everything was trial by error. Not knowing, understanding heat control, and I didn't even know how to saute properly. Everything was just like, okay, this is how they do it on the video. Okay, let me try it. That didn't work. So
It's like a different...
yeah, it was just a lot of practice. And then once I kind of figured out, how to, properly saute, how to cut, things just start spin and the dots start to connect. Then that's when I started to, play around with different ingredients and, see what, okay, this sounds wild. What if I take this concept and put that concept together, and let's see what that tastes like. A lot of times it didn't work. But when it did, it went on the menu.
Yep.
Yeah. So, a lot of trial by error.
Cool. And it's amazing. And I always love how, whenever we're here, there's always like an experimentation, right? Or something we'll
There's
see.
always experiments in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Cool. So being the main character, hopefully I'm using the terms right. Well, both of you are the main characters, but I guess being the one who gives ultimate decisions and things, how do you feel like when Rex is like experimenting time to time? Like, is it a lot? Sometimes
I'm the taste tester. So
yes.
when he is messing with different flavors, he will say, "Okay, I need you to try this. Like, what's it missing? Is it too salty? Is it too sweet? What does it have too much of, or whatever?" So we'll pick things apart. Like, the initial thing may not always work, but then there's adjustments made, and then once we think it's good, then it goes on the specials menu, and then if it works on the specials menu, then it moves to the main menu, and then it makes it on the board. So we have a lot of those. There's a couple things that we've taken off in the past couple months, but there's a couple things.
Some new things that have been added.
Yeah, more likely than not, it always gets put on the new menu. So we didn't have this many menu items when we first started. It was very basic, and now it's like, God, we got a lot of stuff on this menu. I feel like we're Cheesecake Factory. There's just so many options. But
better than Cheesecake Factory. No, I'm just
thanks. People like options, so
for sure. And I like how you're willing to share. What you're wanting to try. Trying to make Filipino food. Something new, right? Something elevated and willing to share it with your patrons, your ride or dies. So thank you for doing that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Speaking of ride or dies, it's awesome to what I love about you guys is just knowing how well connected you are with the community. Like just about seeing you just coming here this afternoon and hearing how some folks like the Filipino All Stars. Can I dox that?
Oh yeah.
But
We love them.
yes, no, and just knowing that you're well threaded, into this beautiful cloth. I guess how does it feel knowing that you have all these connections like Sayalitas and Christian and Stephanie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess knowing that you're part of this beautiful scene, how does it feel, or what are your thoughts about that?
Well, for me, I think it's just really surrounding yourself with like good people.
Like-minded people too. So all the people that you've had mentioned, they're all like goal-oriented. They're striving to be better than they were yesterday. So
Yes.
Just surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded. So, and then a lot of them, we started off just as friends, right? So the collaborations didn't come till later. They all were friends first. And then everyone went on their separate journeys on whatever they were doing for their goals in life. And then we just happened to find each other again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's always the best way of collaboration is having that foundation of friendship and love first. So
Yeah, and it's got to be really genuine too. We're always trying to put our best foot forward when we meet people, and that's one of the things that we train the front. We have an acronym called what's
I don't know. What are you talking about?
it's organic that has to.
kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Right? I
figured
love
it was
that.
that one.
So it's the acronym is quick. So kill them with kindness. So KWK, right? So you gotta act quick, right? So that doesn't matter, how your day went. It's all about the customer experience. Trust me, with dealing with all walks of life, you just have personalities.
That's true.
And you just don't know where they're coming from, and that's not for you to decide. Right on, like how their experience should, be. Well, it is for you to decide how their experience should be. It should be always a good experience.
Yes.
Regardless of what's going on with them personally, or that's just how their personality is. And so if you just have that attitude where you're always trying to put your best foot forward, I think naturally, good people will gravitate and attach and surround you. So that's just how we look at basically everyone that walks through the door here.
Hey.
You walk in, it's like you're walking into our house, so you're like family. So we treat you like family.
Yeah, and like we have the word mabuhay.
Oh,
Front.
yes.
It's that welcoming greeting. We want them to feel, that warmth, that welcoming, greeting when they're walking through the door. That's actually become our new, like, hello. When people walk through the door, it's like mabuhay, right?
Mabuhay, yes.
If you don't know, it's similar to like aloha in Hawaii.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes, mabuhay. Aloha.
Mabuhay, yep.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's why, personally, we keep coming back, and a lot of people, and this is why this continual, like, growth of spreading the good news, spreading love is ever present. It's wow. Man, I'm at a loss for words right now, because I'm, like, in front of two people. No, I think that's something so important.
Another paid advertisement by LUNpias.
And I'm just gonna be a walking
Billboard.
I'll try to ask for some hoodies later. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
there you go.
No, yeah, and that's